The black emptiness of desolation enveloped me as I experienced you wrapping up in your cocoon, Absalom, spinning inside. The depth and intensity astounding, different, and it led my mind to many places, both suffering and joyful, synchronized. Although all the while, as I sank into the pit, many symbols, messages came so quickly, I could not deny of who I am, what is living, waiting inside. I went to the cave to be alone and heard you speak to me softly as who you once were died, and I glorified in your face. Following mind's path and feeling the depths, I make my plans to eradicate myself from external, protect self as a consideration, and it devastates. I pack my bags, close my accounts, as mind tells me circumstance led you to such conclusion, and my heart ached in decision until Rumi stops me, asks me why. Face those things mind led you to. Look into the well, look inside. I stop, I feel the tremendous bottomless depth, and find the intensity is beautiful. I lean over, look into the well, and see in the black waters below it is me. I am the treasure beneath the surface. I am the bottomless well. My treasure is waiting below the waters. I am down there. I jump into my joy. As you slumber in your silicone warmth, I revel in the sweet perfection that went into the folds, smiling at the love I feel for you as it grows, basking in the simplicity that it is all inside. I jumped into the water in thrilling expectation of butterfly.
Is this feeling taking over me? Why is it so easy yet so hard to breathe? What is this flutter in my chest now? What is this music stuck in my head now? Hold me ever so close. Hold me ever so close to you. Hold me ever so close. Hold me ever so close to you. I know I've seen this in the movies, and I recall reading it in books. There's something about the way you see me, when all my life I've been overlooked. Hold me ever so close. and stare deeply into my eyes. I won't forget the way it feels when your love stops time.
Adapting and thriving for the people of New Mexico. We are not soft ground. We are not rolling rivers. We are not lush or easy, but we are still here. And that is the beginning of every story we tell. New Mexico does not bloom for everyone. It asks first, can you wait? Can you burn without breaking? Can you stretch toward the sky, even when the rain doesn't come? The land is our mirror, not just what we stand on, but what we rise from. We are the agave, spending years growing in silence before the bloom explodes. One burst, all heart, all effort, all light. And even if we wither, what a blaze we make on the way out. We are the cholla, tough and uninviting to some, but touch us with care and you will see how even thorns can hold beauty. We are the yucca, New Mexico's flower, roots running deep under dust and drought, dancing in storms without asking for pity. We are the seeds, buried by wind and chance, waiting decades to crack open, and when we do, we change everything. This is a place of sunburnt strength, of elders who knew how to read clouds before they read books, of children who learn how to carry water in spirit before they carry it in buckets. This is a place where traditions don't fade, they adapt. Red chile hanging in a new porch light, bilingual lullabies hummed under neon stars, the stories told in English now, but with Spanish and Diné roots, woven through like embroidery. Our resilience isn't an accident. It's a practice, a promise, an inheritance. We adapt because we know what it means to stay rooted when the winds shift, when the jobs leave, when the roads wash out, when the rains come and the power goes early. Still, the tamales are rolled, the powwows go on, the harvest is blessed, the dance is danced, the song is sung, even if off-key, even if off-grid. We adapt, like adobe does, cracking, mending, breathing with the weather. We don't hide our scars. We mix them with straw and clay, and we build again. You'll find us in the quiet towns that no one writes songs about, but they should. In Portales, where wind carves character into each cheek. In Clovis, where railroads' roots still echo. In steel-toed boots and Sunday cookouts. In Jal, in Tucumcari, in Truth or Consequences, names that sound like myths but are as real as hands in soil, and prayers muttered at sunrise. We're in Gallup, Las Cruces, Shiprock, Santa Rosa, each place carrying its own kind of weather, its own kind of strength. Yes, the land teaches us that time is long and that beauty is patient. The winter is worth waiting for and worth fighting to protect. That family isn't always blood, but it is always backbone. That sometimes the most miraculous thing is just getting through the week with humor intact, with music in your ears, with dinner on the stove, and stories still worth telling. We thrive, not in spite of the dryness, but because of it. We bloom, not in defiance of the land, but in partnership with it. Because, like the Ocotillo, we know when to rest, we know when to reach, we know how to hold our green until that moment comes. And when it does, we don't just survive, we thrive. Bright, bold, unbothered by the dust on our boots. We rise again and again and again, not because it's easy, but because it's who we are. Somos del sol y la tierra. We are of the sun and the earth, baked by both, blessed by both, and strong enough to keep growing through it all.
Keep trying and failing. Everything I touch ends up fading. Fighting and faking through this life. Where do the ones I love go? Hurt them and become a ghost, able to be someone worthy of this life. Can I keep my head held high, even when the waters rise and they try to pull me under? But I'm so much stronger than the light. What do my children see when they look at me? See someone who's given up on life. Can I be who they need? Can I rise up from this heaviness inside of me? And I show them how to fight. Can I keep my head held high, even when the waters rise and they try to pull me under? But I'm so much stronger than the light. Can I keep my head held high, even when the waters rise and they try to pull me under? But I'm so much stronger than the light, and I'll hold on, and I'll hold on, and I'll hold on to this life.
The essence of place, querencia in New Mexico. Querencia, a word you don't just translate, you feel it. In the soles of your feet, in the rhythm of your breath, when the wind smells like rain on dirt. Querencia is the place you return to when the world asks too much, not because it's perfect, but because it knows your name without needing to ask. In New Mexico, Querencia is not a single place on a map. It's the land under your nails, after tending chile rows. It's the hum of a screen door that always sticks, no matter how many times you fix it. It's the mountain you can name from the horizon, the way you point with your chin, and everyone knows where you mean. Querencia is not just where you are, it's where your soul feels safe to unfold. It's the cracked adobe wall that's held 3 generations of laughter. It's the kitchen that always smells like something sacred and slightly burned. It's your abuela's rosary, worn thin from use, and her whisper of Dios te bendiga as you walk out the door, like it's armor. This is the essence of New Mexico, a place where land isn't owned, it's inherited, not just in deeds, but in duty, to care, to remember, to love it, the way it has always loved you back, in hard, dusty, honest ways. Here, even the wind has memory. It tells stories in the cottonwood leaves, in the howl across empty mesas, in the hush between thunderclaps, or on a monsoon afternoon. Here, home is not just the house. It's the stretch of desert you can walk blindfolded and still feel the dips in the road through your boots. It's the color of the sunset that no camera can capture, but you remember every time. Querencia is born when the land shapes you just as much as you shape it. And it does shape you, from the way you say hello to the way you drive in dust storms, from how you wait for green chili season, like a holy event, to how you still wave to neighbors on back roads with one hand and a quiet kind of knowing. Even when we leave, we carry it in our voices, in our cooking, in the songs we choose on long highways, in the way our eyes search for the mountains that match the ones we grew up with. And when we return, even after decades, the land says nothing. It just holds you like you never left. Because Querencia is patient. It waits. It remembers. New Mexico is a place that invites the soul to stay a while, to slow down, to breathe differently, to listen, not just with ears, but with memory. It's the crunch of gravel under boots. It's the buzzing silence of hot afternoon skies. It's the ancient feeling that you are standing where others once stood and where someone after you will stand again. In every town, from Portales to Taos, from Las Cruces to Gallup, there's a Querencia. Somewhere behind the schoolyard fences, underneath the shade of a piñón, in the rhythm of a local band playing cumbias on a Friday night. It lives in the murals, in the church bells, in the backyards strung with lights, and the slow, sacred way we make tamales in December. Querencia is built from stories passed down like heirlooms, not just stored away, but used daily. This love of place doesn't come with perfection. It comes with work, with weather that scorches and freezes in the same week, with counties too small for streetlights, but big enough for dreams. And still, we stay, because Querencia isn't a choice. It's a pull, a calling, a home you don't just live in, but you belong to it. So if you ask us why we stay, why we build here, love here, struggle here, we'll tell you. Because this land shaped our bones, because the sky raised our eyes, because our roots are not just in the ground, but they are in the air, in the songs, in the silence between mesa and star. Because here, in New Mexico, home is not a place you find, it's a place that remembers you. And that is Querencia.
Halfway across the Midwest, a fire in my chest. The clouds were always threatening.
Sleepless on an old couch, it washed my heart out when she started raining. Moving through Missouri, shrugging off the worry. I guess I should have seen it come. Stopping at gas stations, search for validation. I blew a fuse and she was done. Crossing out the plans that I had with her. Lost, losing this game that I'd already lost. I don't understand the reasons why she tossed it away. Staring at the summer, and it's such a bummer that she didn't choose to stay. The body in the tomb, another empty room. This is not a good Friday. Crossing out the plans that I had with her. Lost, losing this game that I'd already lost. I don't understand the reasons why she tossed it away. I'm slowly driving home. Come Sunday, could you roll this stone away? Crossing out the plans that I had with her. Lost, losing this game that I'd already lost. I don't understand the reasons why she tossed it away. It away.
Under the desert sky so wide, you dance like the wind with nothing to hide. The scent of sagebrush fills the air. Mi corazón beats 'cause you're there. Mi New Mexico